ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. The next is the Tattva Achamanam, the ritualistic cleansing of the body and mind to become a pure vessel to receive Paramashiva's energy in us today. Please sit straight, bring your hands in the Atmanjali Mudra. We are going to be chanting the Shivamoola Mantra Japa, invoking Paramashiva's presence here, such that when he lands, yoga becomes more than a physical practice. It becomes a manifestation of that cosmic energy. So now, let's start with the chanting of the Shivamoola Mantra. Please chant it internally 11 times. We will chant it out loud so that all of you can follow along. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 The next step of the Nithyananda Yoga is the Tattva Achamanam, the ritualistic cleansing of the body. So please take the Panchapatram and Uddharini in your hand. Place your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, bending the index finger, slightly cupping your palm. Take an Uddharini of water, put it in the center of your palm and sip the water through the base of your palm each time we chant the mantra which ends with Swadha. Om Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Wash your hand with the water from the Panchapatram. With the base of the right hand thumb, wipe your upper and lower lip from right to left twice along with the following mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hand. With the tip of the index, middle and ring fingers touch above your upper lip and below your lower lip. Wash your hand. With the tips of the right hand thumb and index finger, touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the tips of the right hand thumb and ring finger, touch your right eye, right ear and left ear. Wash your hand. Now, with the base of the right hand thumb and little finger, touch your navel center, right chest and left chest. And with all the fingers of your right hand, touch the top of your head, right shoulder, left shoulder and your heart center. So now, we will be entering into the Sankalpa, the creation of the conscious intention. Take a moment to close your eyes and consciously visualize what it is that you want to manifest through yoga today. Hold that consciously within your inner space as we chant the Sankalpa. Place your right hand over the left, clasp both your palms together and place it on top of your right thigh in the Sankalpa Mudra. Om Mamopata Samasta Durita Kshayadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Kripa Katakshena Purana Arogya Yukta Dridhagatra Yaugika Sharira Siddhyartham Paramashiva Shakti Avishkaranartham Sakutumbasya Jnana Vairagya Jivan Mukti Praptyartham Nithyananda Yogabhyasam Karishye. Please take an udharani of water and wash off your hand. Om Apaupasprisya. And let's now place your Panchapatram farther away so as to not disturb you. And we are going to be now starting with the warm-up. So I request everyone to please come up and stand on your mat as we are going to now be getting started with our warm-up, loosening out our entire body such that we can have our joints loosened out to get into the Nithyananda Yoga. So now, from a standing position, first raise your right knee and start to rotate your knee in a clockwise direction. Sorry, your ankle in a clockwise direction. So you can start off, do it nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switching over to the left leg in the clockwise direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can bring your hands to your knees now as we continue on. Moving your knees in a nice circular motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switching directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Raise up, bring your hands to your hips, spread your legs apart. Start to rotate your hips in a circular motion. Now coming low and down, giving your hips a nice stretch. 1. When you do this, feel your hamstrings stretching out. 2, 3, 4, and one more. 5. Nice. So now you can take a moment to loosen out your legs a little more by leaning forward and down. Stretch your legs and try to go a little bit more down. Bring your forearms to the ground. Yes, get a nice stretch here. Walking towards your right leg. Bring your forehead towards the right knee. And coming over to the left leg. Bring your forehead towards your left knee. And come back up. Yes. So from here, let's now continue into the warm-up by twisting from side to side. Bring your hands at the chest level. Start to turn nicely from side to side. Feel your chest and upper body opening out nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your hands to your shoulders. Let's open out our shoulders now. So rotate your shoulders in a nice wide circular motion, bringing your elbows together in front of you for an ultimate stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In the opposite direction now. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes. Coming on to the last section, which is our neck. We are going to be doing slow rotations, opening out our neck. Do not hurt yourself, just do it slowly and deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In the opposite direction now. Rotate your head in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes. So this will bring us into our skeleton dance, nicely loosening out our whole body. So take a moment to close your eyes. Visualize yourself as a skeleton and start to shake your entire body intensely to get a nice loosening out of your whole body. But remember, the most important thing is to continue to visualize yourself as a skeleton.
Nithyananda, Panduranga Jaya Vittale, Nithyananda Nitya Vittale, Panduranga Jaya Vittale, Nithyananda Nitya Vittale, Panduranga Jaya Vittale, Nithyananda Nitya Vittale, Panduranga Jaya Vittale, Nithyananda Nitya Vittale. Megharupa Nithyananda, Manasa Chora Nithyananda, Vrindavihara Nithyananda, Vedarupa Nithyananda, Megharupa Nithyananda, Manasa Chora Nithyananda.
You can walk back and forth on your mat now. Take a few minutes to inhale and exhale. Catch your breath. This meditation, actually the skeleton dance, is more than just something you do physically. It is a very powerful meditation that Swamiji has revealed that literally awakens the integrity within you. Okay, let's now settle down, as we are going to be starting with our asanas, continuing where we left off in the previous session from the Dvithiya Vinyasa Krama. So before we start the Nithyananda Yoga, a disclaimer that I wanted to give everybody is that all the things we teach in Nithyananda Yoga are only for educational purposes, not to be understood or used as a replacement for medical advice. If you have any known health conditions like related to your body or mind, related to like heart issues or diabetes, hypertension, any injuries, illnesses, please do consult your healthcare physician before participating in the Nithyananda Yoga. During the Nithyananda Yoga, if at any time you feel tired, dizzy or strained, please do take rest, and at all times listen to your body and stay within your body's capacity such that you don't injure yourself. And with that, we are going to start now the asanas for the day, the Nithyananda yoga. So the first asana we are going to be starting with 140 is Bodha Shokasana. So the first asana we are going to be starting with is Bodha Shokasana. You are all going to be coming to the position with both your legs in front of you. Pull towards your chest as much as you can and hold on to the opposite elbows. One important thing here is to rest your chin onto your knees. Yes, it will slightly hunch you. Yes, come to this position. This asana has the power to remove all the shoka, meaning the sadness, and create bodha, the ultimate happiness within you, the ultimate joy and bliss within you. So visualize yourself as an abode of bliss as you gaze towards your nose. Here we have the Khechari Mudra, where you're going to be sticking your tongue out and then folding it backwards into the top of the oral cavity. So you're going to be folding your tongue backwards in your oral cavity in the Khechari Mudra. Continue to gaze towards your nose. Do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. The exhalations, while you're exhaling, make the sound of an ocean. Clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha. And with the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, bring your chin towards your knees in Bodha Shokasana. दऊ पगथली भू परिधेरे कोर माहिली ऐसे करे कोर मिलाई उखड़ बैसे जंघगा छाती अग्र निवेसे व्यबूक गोड़ा उपरि करे नासा दृष्टि अचल ले धैर्य भुजा परस्पर पकड़ दोई खवाम लगानी कठिन. Continue to hold your hands over your knees. Now you're going to be again bringing your hands underneath your knees, holding on to the opposite elbows. So bring your hands under your knees and from here pull your feet in as much as you can. So even though your hands are there, it may not come all the way. Your feet may not come all the way towards your hips, but do not keep your feet too far away either. Just bring it as close as you can. Keep your spine straight here, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Gaze towards your nose. Continue the Khechari Mudra, your tongue folded inwards in your mouth. Do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, the Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum, and the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. कुरकट आसन दो हाथ पग बाहर ल्यावे गोड़ा नीचे लेट हरावे आम्हा साम्हा ऐसे करे आपस में कोहनी पकड़े. From Kurakatasana, the next asana we are going to be entering into is Sumati Asana. Just crossing your right leg over the left. So in the same position, just cross your right leg over the left. Continue to keep your feet on the ground, spine straight, gazing towards your nose. Visualize the great sage and Maharishi Sumati in your inner space. Continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. When you exhale, you're going to see the Ujjayi Kumbhaka is where when you exhale, you will be constricting and clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Sumati Asana. मूलद्वारि धरती परिठाने दावा पग परि दचपद आने दाई पाखती कोले आवे हाथ एक अंतर ठहरावे दो एड़ी ते के ऐसे आडो वाई राखो तैसे फना जुगम उभ करे राखे दो गोड़ा दो वो उभय राखे. And now entering into our next asana, which is Dandasana. Stretch your legs out. Yes, from here stretch your legs out as we move into Dandasana. Clasp your hands together and point your fingers upwards above your head. elongate your spine, feel a nice stretch here. See, for many of us, because we are not comfortable, our core is not comfortable, you will tend to hunch your back the minute you stretch your legs out. Your back may tend to hunch. But use the force of your hands and straighten out your spine in Dandasana. Straighten out your spine in Dandasana, giving yourself a nice stretch. Continue to keep your tongue in the Khechari Mudra. Continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Here, you are going to gaze towards your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Engage the Mahamudra Bandha. Clench your perineum, suck in your stomach and bring your chin to the chest, gazing towards your nose in Dandasana. Idanim garbhininam yogabhyaso yatha laghu sukha prasavalaabhaya prochyate praktane pathi danda padma bharadvaja veeravajra samanitu asanani sada kuryat sudirghaire cha purakaihi dandasanam krauncha peetham veeram kechana yoginaha jalandharasya bandhasya prashastaniti gadyate. And relax your hands, entering into Arambhasana. Stretch forward and down. Try to bring your hands to hold on to your toes with your fingers as you do the Prana Mudra with your index finger and middle finger clasping onto your toes. Now this is the first level of this asana. Just first come and try to hold on to your toes. This asana actually stretches out our hamstrings. Now when you're doing here, if you bend your back and try to go down, the hamstrings will not stretch, but your spinal cord will stretch, which is not what we want. The muscles will not be stretching, but will be rather pulling the nerves. So instead of that, try to push your hips inward. The minute you push this lower back area, your hips inward, you will immediately see a stretch happening in your hamstrings, which is this area. The muscle that connects the knee joint towards the hip is your hamstring. That muscle will start getting stretched out. And then you can go lower and lower till you bring your forearms to the ground and your forehead to your knees. Let's take a few minutes to get deeper into this asana. Just stretching out. So if you reach a certain point, okay, let's say you're feeling an intense stretch over here, don't immediately try to come out of it. Hold it there for as long as you can, and then at one point, maybe after 30 seconds or 10 seconds, you'll feel a slight give way, a slight reaction, release in your muscle, and then you know that you can go deeper as well into Arambhasana. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Do the Nadi Shodhana. Now one unique component of Arambhasana is the pranayama. So once you're there, bring your right hand towards your face area. Close your left nostril. Inhale through the right. Hold and exhale through, inhale through the left. Hold and exhale through the right. So you'll be inhaling through your left, holding, exhaling through your right, and then inhaling through the right, holding and exhaling through the left in Arambhasana. Yatha laghu sukha prasavalabhaya prochyate praktane pathi danda padma bharadvaja veeravajra samanitu asanani sada kuryat sudhirgaire cha purakaihi. And release. Coming back up as we enter into Bhidokasana. Now Bhidokasana is where you are going to be lifting up your leg and bringing your hands underneath your knees. From here, clasp your hands around your feet, holding on to your feet here. So you're going to be slightly raising the knees, bringing your hands, the respective hands around the feet. Hold on to your feet and then try to stretch your feet out as much as you can. Lean down, engage the Mula Bandha, gazing towards your third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, the exhalation making the sound of an ocean. This is Bhidokasana. Just try to go as low as you can. प्रथम बेसी दो पाव पसारे कचुक उर्धको कुरदो दारे एडिया मधि अंतरो राखे मुद्र हाथ परमाद सुदाजे. And raise out, bringing your feet together now. So keep your hands underneath your knees. Maintain the hands underneath your knees, but keep your feet together. Keep your feet together in front of you, a little far away from your perineum. Bringing your hands underneath your legs, underneath your knees, palms facing upwards. Bring your forehead to your feet in Jalandhari Pavasana. Gaze towards your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Get a deep stretch here. In. Clenching your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Jalandhari Pavasana. दो एडी मेल के दीजे हाथ पसारी पुंचिबुक मुखनासिकाता दिगभू परिधारी पुनिदो कर पावन माहे आम्हासाम हा आड़ो वाहे मिलिवा को हे यासौ भू परे ऐगुज या साहित ऐसे विधि करे हतले सूदे करे नासा दृष्टि लगाय. Slowly raise up. The next asana is going to be Urdhva Paschimottanasana. So Urdhva Paschimottanasana is going to be an interesting advanced asana. I request everyone to take a moment and watch the screen. I'm going to be demonstrating first, and then we'll go through some preparatory stretches to help us get the flexibility in our legs such that we can actually put our do this asana. So in Urdhva Paschimottanasana, you'll be bringing one leg behind your head and leaning forward and down. And now, for all of us to do this, actually, especially since we're doing the yoga in the Brahma Muhurta, you might find that a lot of the muscles that are there are quite stiff. Let's take a few minutes to do some preparatory stretches to prepare our muscles. Also, one more thing that I want to inform is when you are doing these advanced asanas, even if you can already do them, even if you already know you can put one leg behind your head, it is important to start with preparatory stretches such that you don't give a shock for your muscle. You can ease your muscle into that position and it will not even cause in any pulls, injuries or not too much soreness later. So coming into Bhadrasana, this is our first stretch for anything related to leg flexibility, where you bring your feet together in front of you and your knees outside. Start to push your knees towards the ground. So you can try your best to bring your knees as close to the ground as you can, and your feet also towards the perineum. So there are two components. One is bringing your heels as close to your perineum as you can and your knees as close towards the ground as you can. Just keep pushing your knees, giving yourself a nice stretch, opening out your hips here. And one more thing you can also do to get a deeper stretch here is leaning forward and down. Stretch your hands out, lean forward and down. This will give you a deeper stretch in the thighs, because when your hips go forward, you'll actually feel the whole body opening out. So keep breathing in and out and trying to go as low towards the ground as you can. Again, here don't hunch from the back and go down. Keep your spine straight and then go down. Just give a few seconds here to get a deep stretch. Okay, raise up. The next stretch that you need to do is stretching your right leg forward while your left leg is going to be at the hip. So stretch your right leg forward, keep your left leg at the hip. We are going to be doing something similar to how I did in Arambhasana, except with just one leg. This is known as Mahamudrasana. Leaning forward and down, stretching the hamstring muscle of just one leg. So you might actually find that doing this on one leg is easier than doing it on both legs. So you can just give yourself that nice stretch. Again here, first reach for your toes, and if you want to go deeper, straighten your spine before you bend down further. Come back up. Switching over to the left leg, bring your right foot in towards the left perineum and get a deep stretch on your left leg now. Lean forward and down. Stretch yourself out. Bring your forehead as close to your knee as you can. And raise up. So from here we have just one last stretch that you need to do before we enter into the asana. Here you are going to bring your left foot extended behind with your right foot folded in front. Yes. Now from here you are going to be bringing your foot out. Bring your foot out into a 90-degree angle. This is the important part, because when you have your foot near the perineum, the target muscle is different than from when you bring the foot out. So bring your foot out to a 90-degree angle and lean forward and down as much as you can, trying to push your hips towards the ground. So try to lean forward and down and push your hips towards the ground slowly and deeply, getting a nice stretch here.
Yes, nicely feel the stretch happening at your inner thighs. This is actually a preparation for the next asana. Okay, let's now slowly get up. Let's now do this on the other side. Bring the left feet in front of your 90-degree angle. Bring your hips forward. And lean forward. Bring your forehead to the ground. Nicely feel the stretch opening, your hips opening up. Okay, you can slowly get up. So the next asana which you're going to be entering into is Urdhva Paschimottanasana. So we'll be going to be showing for all of you how this asana is going to be done. You're going to be placing one foot behind the neck and lean forward, reaching out to your leg which is extended in front of you. So this is the Urdhva Paschimottanasana. So let's get started. So I request all of you, first let's take your right leg. Okay, you're going to be attempting, today all of you are going to be attempting to try to put your right leg behind your neck. So you're going to be holding both the feet. You're going to be holding the right leg with both of your hands. Nicely shake it. You're going to be rocking it from side to side. You know, just like how you rock a baby, right? So you're going to be rocking it from side to the side. Make sure the right leg is in front of your chest when you're doing this. So that the hips can be slowly be open. Now as you feel comfortable, as you feel okay, I think I can try now. Now you're going to be taking the feet. First, you're going to be attempting it to bring it until your ears, until your right ear. If it is hurting for you, it's okay. Stay there, hold the position, just visualize Swamiji initiating you. Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Just feel it there, it's fine. The more you're in the position, you'll slowly see your hips are opening up, and the next time when you come back and visit this asana again, you will see that you're able to do much more than what you are today. Okay, so if you're able to reach comfortably to your ears, I request all of you to slowly bring it back. Get your leg more back behind your neck, behind your ears, and slowly put it behind your neck. Now this is one way how you can do it. There's also one more way. So there's one way is to putting it through your ears. Sorry, not through your ears. Reaching it from the ears and then putting it behind your neck. There's one more way is directly putting the leg from the top. Directly bringing your leg from the top and placing it behind your neck. There's also one more way you can do. So what you can do first, you can, as much as comfortable, as much as wherever you are, try to bring your head to the top of your head. If you feel you can go more back and slowly push your leg backwards, and slowly you'll be able to do this asana. Okay. If you are in the beginner's level, request all of you to bring your leg to your shoulders. Your right leg will be on your shoulders. Your left leg will be extended in front of you. Request all of you to lean forward and reach out to your left foot. You're going to be holding on to your left foot in Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Paschimottanasam sthitam kritva ekam padam grivayam dhritva tishtet Urdhva Paschimottanam bhavati. Yes. Now relax yourself. The next asana which you're going to be entering into is Anantasana. Now continuing to keep the right leg behind your neck, you're going to be laying on your back, and your left hand is going to be holding on to the right leg. I'll be showing it for all of you. Yes, so this is Anantasana. So what you're going to be doing, with the right leg, wherever the right leg is behind your neck, right? So you're going to be laying down on your back, and your left hand is going to be holding on to your right leg, and your right hand will be just kept next to the body. As you're doing this, visualize yourself being infinite. You're the eternal one. Gaze at your nose in Anantasana. As you're in this position, try to keep your legs straight. It will actually help you a lot. उत्तानशयनि एकैकं पायीग्रीवायां विन्यस्य इतरहस्तेन पावाग्रं गृहीत्वा इतरपावहुत्तिष्ठति लिकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अनन्तासनं भवति. Now, continuing to remain the same position, you're going to be coming into Ankushasana. So, continue to keep the right leg behind your neck. First, we're going to be demonstrating for all of you. You're going to continue to keep the right leg behind your neck, and you're going to be rolling yourself to your left side in Ankushasana. So your hands and your legs are going to be same position, except you're going to be rolling your body to your left side. That's all. This is Ankushasana. As you're doing this asana, gaze at your nose. Visualize you're completely content. You're completely content and you're satisfied in Ankushasana. See, wherever you are, if you can also keep your leg on your shoulders, your right leg on your shoulders, and hold the leg as well. How much you can do. Try your best to do it. Ankushasana. उत्तानशयति एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायां कुर्वन् इतरहस्तं कर्णमूले स्थापयेत् तस्य वहत्तस्य कूर्परं भूमौ निधाय इतरहस्तपादौ सरलीकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अंकुशासनं भवति. Okay, slowly relax yourself. Bring your leg. Release your leg from the back. Now, the next asana which you're going to be entering into Drishasana. Now, you're going to be bringing both your legs to your knee, to your chest. You're bringing your leg to your knees. You're going to be holding on, wrapping your hands around the feet and holding on to the opposite knees. You're going to be wrapping your hands around the leg and holding on to the opposite knees in Drishasana. One more thing you can do over here, you can also rock yourself from side to side, nicely relaxing your right leg in Drishasana. उत्तानशयनं जानुने हृदयेवस्तम्भ जङ्घासहितूरिणी करद्वे भद्वा सव्यपासव्यं लोदयेत् दृशासनं भवति. Okay, now raise yourself up. Now, what you did on your right leg, you're going to be doing the same set of series in your left leg. Okay, let's get started. I request all the viewers, those of you who are watching us, come on, let's try. See, if you try it, you get it. See, one thing in Nithyananda Yoga, even if you try to attempt the asanas, you'll get it. That's the power. Because in the Nithyananda Yoga, it's all about your connection with, you being at oneness space. It's not about how flexible and how much strength you have. No. It's about that deep oneness space. If you're in deep oneness space, as you are not the body, understand that. So when you're doing the yoga, just feel free. You will still be able to do most of the asanas. So let's now repeat the same asanas on the other side. Let's Urdhva Paschimottanasana. You're going to be now bringing your left leg behind your neck. So first you're going to be holding the leg. You're going to be bringing it to your chest. You're going to be rocking from side to side. Nicely opening up your hips. And slowly bring your left leg behind your neck. If you're not able to do it, at least try to bring it to your shoulders. Relax it on your shoulders. Now lean forward, reach out to your right toes in Urdhva Paschimottanasana. As you're doing this, try to bring your forehead to the knees. How much ever you can, try your best to do it. In Urdhva Paschimottanasana. पश्चिमतालसं स्थितं कृत्वा एकं पादं ग्रीवायां धृत्वा तिष्ठेत् ऊर्ध्वपश्चिमतालं भवति. Yes, now continue to remain in the same position. You're going to be laying on your back and your right hand is going to be holding on to your left feet. and your right hand is going to be placed next to your body in Anantasana. During this, try to keep your right leg straightened. You need to point your toes in Anantasana. उत्तानशयनि एकैकं पायिग्रीवायां विन्यस्य इतरहस्तेन पावाग्रं गृहीत्वा इतरपादुत्तिष्ठति लिकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अनन्तासनं भवति. Now be continuing to remain same position. You're going to be rolling on to your right side in Ankushasana. Your right hand is continuing to hold on to your left feet, and you're going to be rolling on to your right side in Ankushasana. Breathe in the Pratyahara Kumbhaka, gaze at your nose in Ankushasana. उत्तानशयति एकैकं पादं ग्रीवायं कुर्वन् इतरं हस्तं कर्णमूले स्थापयेत् तस्यैव हस्तस्य कूर्परं भूमौ निधाय इतरहस्तपादौ सरलीकृत्य तिष्ठेत् अंकुशासनं भवति. Yes. Now relax your
So now from here we'll be entering into our next asana. I hope all of you got an amazing stretch for your legs as we did this Ankushasana on the legs, bringing it behind your head and placing it there. So the next asana we're going to be doing is Yoga Nidrasana. So you can actually come back onto your back. Now we had one leg behind our head. In Yoga Nidrasana, we are going to be having both legs behind our head. I will be demonstrating once. In Yoga Nidrasana, you are going to be crossing both your legs behind your head and holding it there. So first what you can do is, there's two ways you can do this. One is there are actually many ways of doing it, whichever one is most comfortable for you. You can either first bring your leg behind your neck and then lay back, and then bring the other leg. What you can also do is, first itself bring both legs behind your head and then lay back, or you can from a laying down position try to bring your legs behind your head. So whichever one is easiest for you, you can try it out. So I request everyone come to a laying down position on the mat. Try to bring your leg. You can start off with just one leg and then the other leg. Clasp your hands behind your back. Visualize yourself resting in Samadhi like Paramashiva. Continue, clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha. Continue to japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Yoga Nidrasana. Padabhyam veshtayet kantham hastabhyam prishtabandhanam tanmadhye shayanam kuryad yoga nidra sukhaprada. Continue to remain on your back. You can release your feet from behind your neck and use your hands to wrap around your feet and bring your hands behind your neck into Atma Ramasana. Just bring your hands around your feet. Clasp your hands behind your neck. Your feet doesn't matter. See, in this one, it's not important that your feet go behind your head. The important part is your hands going behind your neck. Your feet can remain in the air. In Atma Ramasana, visualize the form of Mahavishnu residing within you, residing inside of you. In Atma Ramasana, here you are going to do the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale, Feel the prana, the life energy going from the soles of your feet up towards the navel center, the heart center, throat center, between the brow center to the top of your head and above your head. Visualize Lord Vishnu blessing you from within. Gaze towards your nose, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha, and the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atma Ramasana. Atma Ramasana Prathama Sudho Sove. पग ऊंचाई आगाने आने दऊ पगा बिचि हाथ करे कहूनी की माहिली संधि में फना अथवा पग थाल्या काला का कौरवाणा राशि भुजा कलाया सौदवे हाथ की काकसी करी गुड़े पीछे. And from here bring your knees towards your chest. Laying on your back, keep your feet pointed upwards. Bring your hands to the mat, extended out sideways. Here, visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. As you gaze towards your third eye, continue the Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha and the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Kochikasana. Kochikasana. माथो उभौ राशे दृष्टिनासा आकाती तैसे ध्यान धर करे तापचे अर्पाहल्यासना. From here we are going to be now entering into the asana Jatara Parivritti. Now Jatara Parivritti asana has 3 variations within it. So I am going to be showing all the 3 and you can actually follow along as I do it itself. On your back, extend your legs over towards the left side. Extend your legs over towards the left, holding on to your feet while your head is turned in the right direction. So this is Jatara Parivritti 1. Both your feet extend towards your left, holding on to them with your toes and your head turned towards the right direction with the hand extended. Now Jatara Parivritti 2 is where you do the same thing but with your knees bent. So bend your knees and straighten your knees. That's the difference between 1 and 2. And Jatara Parivritti 3 is where you will hold on to your right foot. This is important. Your legs are extended out to your left. You will hold on to your right foot and straighten the left leg downwards. So this creates an extreme stretch in your thigh muscles, getting a nice stretch here in Jatara Parivritti. Parivrittih kukshi bhage tridhahi parikirtitah baddhakonam suptakonam urdhvakonam athapicha. Bringing your feet back to the center. Repeat this on the other side now. So stretch your legs out towards your right, head towards the left. Gazing in the opposite direction, bending your knee. And in Jatara Parivritti 3, holding on to the upper leg toe and stretching the other one downwards. Parivritti kukshi bhage tridhahi parikirtitah baddhakonam suptakonam urdhvakonam athapicha. From there, bring your feet back to the center. Entering into our next asana, You can relax your hips for a second as we enter into Dvipada Pitham. So bring your feet to the ground, knees pointed upwards. From here, extend your hands towards the feet. Extend your hands towards your feet, visualizing yourself as a stone bench. Lift your hips up off the ground. So push your elbows on the ground, lifting your hips up as high as you can. Automatically your neck will come into the Jalandhara Bandha. Along with that, clench the Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum to hold yourself up there in this nice stretch. Gaze towards your nose. Do the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Dvipada Pitham. Visualizing yourself as a bridge. Pratikriyayutam dvandva pitha sarva balapradam garbhininam durbalanam iti gargi jagadanu. Then relax your hips as we enter into the next asana, which is Paryankasana. So now Paryankasana is again an advanced asana for our back. I'll be showing it once and then we'll be doing some preparatory stretches to loosen out our back muscles. So chakra in Paryankasana, you'll be lifting up on your hands and feet, pushing your hips up high. So this is the Paryankasana, and now I'll be guiding us through some stretches that we can do to loosen out our back. So come onto your stomach and push your legs up. Push your chest up. Bring your hands onto the ground, pushing your chest up. So this is the first stretch that you can do to loosen out your spine to do Paryankasana. So start by pushing your spine up straight, get it nicely stretched out over here. Just for a few seconds you can stay here, getting the nice stretch. And then you can come onto your knees for the next stretch in the next back stretch. Come onto your knees, bringing your hands to your hips. Push your hips forward, trying to lean backward. So this will be where you can get a more control over your stretch. Do it progressively. So once you come here, try to keep going a little bit and a little bit more, a little bit more. So do it as a progression to help you get into the back flexibility needed for the Paryankasana. So just bring your hands to your hips and give yourself a nice stretch. So once your spine is nice and stretched out, we can learn how to do Paryankasana in 3 different ways. So we're going to be learning 3 different ways of entering into Paryankasana. The first way is from a laying down position. Lay on your back with your knees pointed upwards. Bring your feet as close to your perineum as you can. Bring your hands above your head. The fingers pointed towards your body, like literally bring your hands to the shoulder. as much as you can. And from here, you're going to be pushing your hands and your feet off the ground. So push both your hands on and your feet off the ground, raising up into a full back bend. Now, one common mistake that a lot of people tend to do, if you actually see, is first lifting the hips up. This is the main mistake. When you lift just the hips up, too much weight goes on the upper body and you'll not be able to lift off. So what you have to do is lift from the center of your navel center, just lifting up simultaneously the knees and the hands, and that is where you will be able to master this asana, Paryankasana. So let's all try one more time from a laying down position. Yes, this does require a certain amount of wrist and arm strength, but it's not that difficult. You just need to keep doing it, and you'll see, especially if you have been following along in the daily yoga, you'll be able to see how just within a few weeks of doing it, the asana will simply start to happen. So this is the Paryankasana, the first way of doing it. Let's enter into the second way of coming into Paryankasana. So the next two ways of entering into Paryankasana is from a standing position. So from standing, how can you enter into Paryankasana? The first one is simpler. From a standing position, you're going to be bending your knees and bringing one hand towards the ground behind you. So literally you're coming like this, and then turning the other hand around to come above your head. Turning the other hand such that you come above your head. So just to show it again, from a standing position, you can bring one hand to the ground behind you and then twist into Paryankasana. You can try this also. So this is an intermediate way of coming into it, and the advanced variation, the ultimate way how you can enter into Paryankasana is from an absolute standing position. So from here you will directly be entering into Paryankasana. From a standing position, you can bring your hands above your head and lean back and down towards the ground. So we'll be showing that also. So this is the advanced way of doing Paryankasana. Now let's all get into Paryankasana and hold, visualizing Swamiji, visualizing a sofa in your inner space, and holding there, continue to clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Paryankasana. उत्तान शयनम हस्ततलाभ्याम भूमिम अवष्टभ्य पादतलाभ्याम भूमिम धृत्वा नाभि प्रदेशम ऊर्ध्वं कुर्यात् पर्यंकासनं भवति. Good job. All of you did an amazing job with this asana. Yes, see, the continuous doing, working with your body is what will make you master each and every one of these asanas from Nithyananda Yoga. So now from here we are going to be entering into our next asana, which is Svattanasana. What's it? Now come on to your back. Bring your knees towards your chest, hands towards your shoulders, just holding on to your shoulders with your hands, and rotate your hips in a circular motion. Visualize yourself as a dog laying on your back and playful. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, simple breathing in and out. Clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Svattanasana. शववच्छरीरं संस्थाप्य जानुनी सम्मील्य नाभौ आम्नीय हस्ताभ्यां कन्धरां बद्ध्वा भामयेत् स्वोत्तनं भवति. And bringing your legs up now as we enter into Viparita Karani. You're going to be stretching your legs out up straight. Keep your body in a straight line with your hands extended below. This is the Viparita Karani. From a laying down position, use your core strength to lift your hips up and then hold on to it with your hands. So hold on to your hips with your hands. And from here, first one hand and then the other hand. Holding yourself there. Here automatically your chin comes to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. You're going to be visualizing Swamiji in your inner space and lifting your legs up high above your head. Holding there in Viparita Karani, try to keep your body in a straight line as much as you can with the arms extended below. Bhutale svashiro dattva khenayet charanadvayam viparita kritischaisha sarvatantreshu gopita. And relax. Why didn't you? Continue to remain there with your legs extended upwards and start to rotate your legs in a circular motion. Here, since you are breathing normally while you are raised up in Jalandhara Bandha, you are going to be doing the Murcha Kumbhaka, continuing the same visualization, but you are just adding in a movement, a circular motion of your legs in Viparita Karani 2. So this requires a lot of core strength to hold yourself up there in the Viparita Karani. Karani Viparitakya Sarvadhivyadhinashini Nityam Abhyasayuktasya Jatharagni Vivardhani. And from here, let's enter into Langalasana. In Langalasana, you're going to lay on your back, bring your feet above your head and onto the ground above your head. Extending your hands, clasping them together behind your back, try to touch your toes to the ground as much as you can in Langalasana. Visualizing a plow in your inner space. Actually, that visualization of a plow itself will help you to get deeper into the asana. So hold that visualization intensely as you automatically come into the Moola Bandha. Clench your perineum automatically come into the Jalandhara Bandha, chin is to the chest. Engage the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Langalasana. Langalasana. Griva kanthena bhumim vishtambha padagradvayam udhvamunnayet narakasanam bhavati narakasane sthitva nasika pradeshe bhumau padaprishte sthapya hastadvayam sammilya lambi kuryat griva pradeshena bhumim karshayet Langalasanam bhavati. And continue to keep your legs. Actually, this whole next sequence of asanas is you will be doing it with your legs above your head. So I request all of you to continue to keep your legs above your head, automatically coming into Jalandhara Bandha as we enter into the Shayita Paschimottanasana, where you are visualizing yourself, because this asana is a very rare asana revealed, one of the first 84 asanas revealed by Paramashiva. So hold on to your toes in Shaita Paschimottanasana. Try to bring your toes to the ground in a completely flat opposite position. Tanam Shaita Kurvita Shaita Paschimatanakam. And from here, entering into Chakrasana. In Chakrasana, hold on to your ankles above your head. Continue to keep your legs above your head, holding on to your ankles. So before Chakrasana, we are going to be entering into Supta Konasana. You are holding on to your toes, spreading them wide apart above your head. So bring your toes to the ground, spreading your feet wide apart. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Continuing the Jalandhara Bandha and the Moksha Kumbhaka. Parivrittih kukshi bhage tridhahi parikirtitaha baddhakonam suptakonam urdhvakonam athapicha. And bring your feet back together, entering into Chakrasana. Clasp onto your ankles. Visualizing yourself as a chakra, as a wheel of energy. Continuing the rest of the components the same way, just hold on to your ankles. Shavasanasthadvau padau kuryan mastakatah parau vyutkramena tatah shighrametat sarvasya sadhanam chakrasane gulmapliha vatarogadinashanam. This asana has the power to remove all the disorders in the body related to, and from here let's enter into the Supta Prasarita Padangushtasana. So you can rest your hips onto the ground now finally. Continue to keep your back on the ground but stretch your legs out, holding on to your toes, spreading your legs out as wide as you can. Do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. As you exhale, make the sound of an ocean. Stretching your legs nicely, holding on to them. Remember, try to keep your back as flat on the ground as you can in Supta Prasarita Padangushtasana. Uttana Padam Krauncham cha Marichim Veera Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam cha Suptangashta Prasarane. In the same position, just bring your feet together into Supta Padangushtasana, keeping your spine straight. Uttana Padam Krauncham cha Marichim Veera Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam cha Suptangashta Prasarane. And relax your legs. The next asana that we are going to be entering into is Matsyasana. So you can bring your feet to the opposite thighs into Padmasana and rest your knees onto the ground. Feel the nice stretch in your spine. Hold on to the opposite elbows and place your hands above your head, visualizing yourself as the Matsyavatara, the fish avatar of Mahavishnu, gazing towards your nose. Continue to do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha and the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Get a nice deep stretch in Matsyasana. Mukta Padmasanam Kritva Uttana Shayanam Charet Kurparabhyam Shiro Veshtya Matsyasanam Turogaha. And in the same position, just bringing your hands on top of each other above your head, placing one palm in the other above your head. Visualize Lord Rama in your inner space in Parasharamasana. Continue the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. As you exhale, constrict your throat, gazing towards your nose. Clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. in Parasharamasana. प्रथम करे पद्मा आसने आचे सूधो सोवे भू परिपाचे गोड़ा अरु जंघ ये दोवु भूसो लगता राशे सोवु. From here, lift your hips up into Sarvangasana. Bring your hands to your hips, lifting your hips up. Continue to keep your feet in the Padmasana position as much as you can. Just lifting up here, feel yourself getting a nice stretch, balancing, chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha automatically. Murcha Kumbhaka with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Continue to gaze towards your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Sarvangasana. अथवा क्षेत्र संक्षेपात् सर्वांगासनमुत्तमं यत्कृत्वा योगनिपुनो विद्याभिः पण्डितो यथा अधो निधाय शीर्षा च उद्धर्वपादद्वयं चरेत् पद्मासनं तु तत्रैव भूमौ कूर्परयुग्मकम्. And relax your hips as we enter into the next asana, which is Vrishchikasana. Now, in Vrishchikasana, your right leg will come to your left thigh while the left foot is outward, pointed straight. Bring your hands straight up above your head, hooking your arms forward, lifting your upper body off the ground using the strength of your navel. Visualize yourself as a scorpion, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha, bringing the chin to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha. So continuing the Murcha Kumbhaka. Gaze towards your third eye, visualizing yourself as a scorpion in Vrishchikasana. Use your core strength to raise up. So don't try to just bring your hands up, but use the core strength to pull yourself up in Vrishchikasana. प्रथम शयन सूधो शीस केसकी संधि सुदाखे कछु शीस ऊर्ध करि राखे बहुर पगथली ऐसे ताने गगन दिश सम्मुख करि ठाने वाम पाद परिदच पाद वाम तरि धारे दौ पाद की आंति करे पुनः पाद की आसम तिजी मणौ फणुज जोई वाम पगथली परिधरे सोई. Relax, switching over to the other side. Just switch your legs around, bringing the left foot to the right thigh, hands extended up. Lift yourself off the ground as we enter into Vrishchikasana on the other side. Visualize yourself as a scorpion. Use the core strength to pull yourself up. प्रथम शयन सूधो शीस केसकी संधि सुदाखे कछु शीस ऊर्ध करि राखे बहुर पगथली ऐसे ठाने गगन दिश सम्मुख करि ठाने वाम पाद परिदच पाद वाम तरि धरे दौ पदा की आंति करे. And relax. The next asana is a Vrisha Pada Kshepasana. So come to a laying down position on your back. Clasp your hands behind your head. Clasp your hands behind your neck, and we're going to be doing what's commonly known as a bicycle push-up. So from a laying down position, you're going to be, a bicycle crunch. It's commonly known as a bicycle crunch, where your hands are behind the head and you bring your left elbow to the right knee. Remember, here is the left foot or the right foot, whichever is extended out, should not be high like this. So I see many people tend to do this or tend to bend this knee. No, the extended knee should be completely straight and parallel to your body, such that you get the maximum work from your exercise. This is Vrishapadakshepasana. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Vrishapadakshepasana. Continue to move here. उत्तानं शयनं कृत्वा अनुलुभिः कन्धरान् बद्ध्वा कूर्परौ मिलित्वा नितम्बेन भूमिं स्पृष्ट्वा एकं पादं प्रसार्य एकेन पादेन सव्यदक्षिणं भ्रामयित्वा वृषपादक्षेपः भवति. And relax, keeping your body straight on the mat as we enter into Marottananasana. Lifting your right knee, come to the ear, right ear, and lifting the left knee, come towards your left ear. Gaze towards your nose in Marottananasana. Shvottanavad samsthiti kritva janudvayam paryayena karnayoho samsprishet Marottanam bhavati. And from here, entering into Brikasana. So in Brikasana, this is where you're going to be laying on your back. Bring your knees up. Come to a seated position with your hands straight and lift yourself off the ground. The important thing in this asana, when we do this part, is to keep your hands straight. So at no point should you bend your hands and try to touch the ground. Just try it. It's a dynamic asana, so you can come back and lay down flat. From here, bend your knees up. Even when you're bending your knees up, usually we tend to bring one and then the other. Try to engage your core. Bring both your feet up at the same time. Sit up and raise up, but keep your hands straight the whole time. Let's do this a few more times. This is Vrikasana, visualizing yourself as a wolf. Visualizing yourself as a wolf. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka, simple breathing in and out, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha. So let's lay down and get back up. Lay down and get back up. So this is like a reverse burpee, but it's very powerful because of the visualization as well. Vrikasana. Atha uttanam shayanam kritva padatalabhyam bhumim dhritva uttishtet vrikasanam bhavati. And coming up to a standing position. From here we are going to be doing the Lolitika Karanam. So continue to remain in a standing position as we enter into the Lolitika Karana. Here you are going to be bringing your legs into the Aramandi, where your feet are pointed outwards and your knees are bent. You are trying to come to about half your height. And here bring your hands in front of your chest. You are going to bring your hands in the Hamsa Paksha, where your index, middle and ring fingers are bent forward and your thumb is going to be right beside the base of the index finger. And you are going to be opening out your chest, leaning backward, moving your head in all the directions. So you are going to do this as a motion, moving your head in all directions in the Lolitika Karana. And from here, let's enter into our Luthasana. Again, Luthasana is a very fun, dynamic asana that we are going to be now seeing how to do. Luthasana, I will be first demonstrating. So I request everyone to take a moment and watch. Luthasana is where you will be doing what you can understand as a back somersault. So this is the Luthasana. So what you are going to do is, coming to the front of your mat, bring your knees up, and from here you are going to be rolling onto your back, simultaneously lifting your hips off the ground. See, one thing that I would recommend for everyone, especially if you are a beginner, first time you are doing this, bring your elbow, your knees outside of your shoulder. So instead of trying to bring both your knees over each shoulder, bring both the knees over one shoulder. So then you'll slightly be going towards the side, but you won't get stuck upside down. Because especially if you are doing this for the first few times, you may get stuck when you come here, not knowing how to go over, and you may hurt your neck also. So try to bring both your knees. In my case, I do it over my left shoulder. So you can try to bring both your knees over your left shoulder and come over to the other side. Use your hands on the ground for support also. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha. And let's do Lutasana a few times. Roll and come over to the other side. Uttana Shayanam Padau Shirau Lunghya Bhumau Sthapayitva Nyubjam Bhuyati Nyubjam Shayanam Prishtam Bhumau Nidhaya Punaf Punaf Paryayena Kartavyam Lutasanam Bhavati. So you can also try it again for a few more times, just so that you can get a hang of it. Do it few times, don't just do it once and let go of it. Just keep doing it again and again, such that you are able to fully able to do it. Okay. Go to your hand. So now we will be entering into the next asana, which is Sarathasana. Madhyana. Now in Sarathasana, you are going to come onto your chest with your legs extended behind, bringing your body towards the ground. Keep your legs extended behind, body to the ground. Keep your hands beside your chest, lightly keeping your neck raised. And here you are going to be doing a special pranayama, which is inhaling, making the sound of a flute, whistling sound. So, when you inhale, you are going to make the sound of a whistle. Visualize yourself as a charioteer carrying warriors into dharma, warriors into the battle for dharma. On your back in Sarathasana, clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and continue the pranayama. Sarathasana. Nyubja shayanam kritva nabhim bhumau nidhaya stamvatstabhyam bhumim avashtabhya oshtau nimilya venuvatsum kritya tishthet sarathasanam bhavati. Now bring your hands up and start to jump your feet forward and backward in between your hands. So raise up and start to jump your feet forward and backward. On your hands in Dehal Yulanghanasana. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha with a japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. So this is a nice cardio exercise you can do to keep jumping your feet forward and backward. Back, forward, back, forward. Hastadvayam badhva tanmadhya charanadvayam uddanaiva bahiraniya athanayet dehal yullanghanam bhavati. Jump your feet forward, keeping your hands towards your feet, holding on to your toes. You're going to be now walking back and forth on your mat in Jatyasana. So just lean forward, hold on to your feet and walking slowly step by step back and forth on your mat. This is Jatyasana, where you're going to visualize yourself as a 60-year-old wise elephant. This asana gives you the power of Jati Smaranam, being able to remember all your past lives as well. So walk back and forth, do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Jatyasana. Walking back and forth. अथ जात्यासनं वक्ष्ये येन जातिस्मरो भवेत् हस्तान्द्री भूमौ च गमनागमनं तथा. And raise up to a standing position, entering into Sarpasana. So come to a standing position with your spine straight, bringing your hands towards the side of your body. Keep your entire body in a perfectly straight line. This is Sarpasana, where you're going to be visualizing your Kundalini, Devi, raising up your spine, curling all around your body. Just this asana has the power to awaken your Kundalini very, very intensely. So visualize that deeply within you. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, simple breathing in and out as you clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Sarpasana. अथ सर्पासनं वक्ष्ये वायुपानाय केवलं शरीरं दण्डवत् तिष्ठेद्रज्जुबद्धस्तु पादयोः वायवी कुण्डली देवी कुण्डला कारणामङ्गुले. Now leaning forward and down into Ushtra Sadanasana. Lean forward, holding on to your toes. Start to walk back and forth, visualizing yourself as a camel intensely. Hold on to your feet. Actually, bring your hands completely underneath your feet. You should be stepping onto your palms from the side and then walking back and forth. If you need to bend your knees, that's fine. You can bend your knees and do this. In visualizing yourself as a camel walking back and forth in Ushtra Sadanasana. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, continuing to walk around. In Ushtra Sadanasana, Mushtikanishtika Pradeshena Bhumau Nidhaya Uparipadatale Samsthapya Ashvavachariram Chalaniyam Ashvasanam Bhavati Gajavat Gajasadhanam Ushtravat Ushtrasadhanam Bhavati. Now continue the same movement, do not relax, just continue walking back and forth while switching the visualization to that of a horse. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clench your perineum in the Mula Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Ashvasana. मुष्टिकनिष्ठिका प्रदेशेन भूमौ निधाय उपरिपादतले संस्थाप्य अश्ववच्छरीरं चलनीयं अश्वासनं भवति. Perfect. Now come up to a standing position as we enter into the Kapota Nitakasana. The Kapota Nitakasana is where you're going to be getting a nice spinal stretch backwards, opening out your shoulders. So from a standing position, clasp your hands behind your back and push yourself down. getting a nice stretch here. Trying to lower your hands until your shins. So the important part here is the attempt to bring your hands towards your shins. So I'll be showing you. So as you can see here, my hands are at my shin level. So you're going to be trying to bend your spine backwards, trying to bring your hands to the level of your shins, visualizing yourself as a bird diving, as a diving bird in Kapota Nitakasana. Continue to do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in Kapota Nitakasana. पादतले भूमौ निधाय पृष्ठभागेन हस्तौ जङ्घापर्यन्तं नीत्वा कपोटनिटकं भवति. Then next we are going to be doing a karana, which is the Talapushpa Putam Karana. So the Talapushpa Putam Karana is where you are going to be standing straight. Bring your legs into the Aramandi position. Bending your toes and spreading your toes out wide apart and your knees bent. Keep your spine straight. Hands joined in front of you with the palms facing upwards. Now lift your right leg off the ground. Right foot alone. Keep the toes down but keep the heel up and lower down towards the right side. Come back to the center and switch the legs, lowering yourself to the left side. So do this as a slow motion. Visualize yourself offering a bouquet of flowers to Paramashiva. And stand up. Here we go into Khadgasana. Now from a standing position, bring your elbows together, palms pointed forward. Bending your spine, bending at the spine. Keep your fingers pointed straight in front, elbows together. This is the Khadgasana, where you're going to visualize yourself as a rhinoceros. Gaze towards your nose. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. नुजस्सरतमस्मानं कृत्वा पादतलाभ्यो भूमिम् अवष्टभ्य उत्तिष्ठेत् खड्गासनं भवति. Raise up. As we enter into the Uttanottanam, the Uttanottanam is the next set of asanas. The next asana where you're going to be doing a quick health check. This is what is known as the health check to see are your joints, how strong are your joints. So for this, what you're going to do is stretching your hands forward. You're going without touching your hands on the ground. So you can just try to do it a few times. Just see where you're struggling, where are you able to do it, and that tells you what parts of your body you really need to work on. They say that the time when you are no longer able to do this is the time that you have really become old. So as long as you can do this, this helps you with your health, and don't worry if at all you are not able to do it also. Practice it, try to come as much as you can, and if you need at that moment alone for that one help to put your hand on the ground, do it and then do it again. So keep doing it such that you are able to strengthen those knees and joints that help you get up and get down in Uttanottanam. Here, visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Gaze towards your nose. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, simple breathing in and out. Clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. This is the Uttanottanam. Sitting down and getting up. Punaf uthatavyam asitavyam iti uttanottanam bhavati. Okay, from a standing position now, bring your hands up above your head. We are going to be doing the Musalasana, where you are going to be jumping up without bending your knees. Now again, this is important. Usually when we jump up, we tend to bend our knees. This one you are not going to be bending your knees, you are going to be keeping your knees straight as much as you can. You can bend it lightly for getting the push, but try not to bend your knees when you go up there. And gaze upwards, visualize yourself as a mace. Let us all do the Musalasana, jumping up high. So let us do 10 counts of Musalasana. See, this one helps elongate the spine and increase your height. So let us do 10 counts of Musalasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Saralam sthitva urdhvam bahu nayet varam varam uddanam kritva nayet musalasanam bhavati. Relax your hands. This has Now, we are going to be entering into the Utshirshaka. The Utshirshaka is the next asana where you will be bending and raising. See, when you bring your leg to the navel, go down as much as you can and come back, get up. एकैकं पादतलं कक्षौ हस्तद्वयेन धृत्वा तिष्ठेत् निधाय उच्छीर्षकं भवति. Now, so with that we can, what is the next? Okay. So with that, let's take a few moments now to cool down. I think we all got some nice exercises for our leg and especially for our inner thighs. So let's take a few moments to relax. So sitting inward and down. Continue to breathe in and out deeply over here. And come up. So with that, let us enter into our final asana of the day, Shivasana. So you can come and lay down just as keep your palm facing upwards, relaxing your back on the ground. Be completely relaxed and unclutched. Inhale and exhale slowly and deeply. Atha shavasanam uttanam shavavad bhumau shayanam tu shavasanam shavasanam shrantiharam chitta vishrantikarakam.
welcome you all with my love and respect. Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द 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 परमशिवोऽहम्
Now,
ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द
bring your knees to the chest, rock from side to side, and come up to a seated position. Congratulations, amazing job for each and every one of you. All of you have successfully completed the Nithyananda Yoga today in your Brahma Muhurta. So congratulations for everybody, you did an amazing job, and now we'll be ending the Nithyananda Yoga session. Please do join us every day live during the Brahma Muhurta to do the Nithyananda Yoga. Don't forget to like this video, share it with friends and family who you know need to do yoga too. Subscribe such that you can, please do subscribe to our channel so that you can every day get the notification exactly when the yoga starts. And with that, we'll be ending and concluding with the Purna Mantra. Also, we have the Paramashiva Sena program, which is happening currently in KAILASA Tiruvannamalai in Bharat and in KAILASA Guinea-Bissau in Africa. And Swamiji has announced, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has announced that next month, starting March 1st, the program will be happening in 5 locations in Bharat, in 3 locations, which is in Kashi, Varanasi, in Adi Kailasa in Bangalore, Bidadi, and in KAILASA Tiruvannamalai, as well as in KAILASA Los Angeles in the US and KAILASA Guinea-Bissau in Africa. So don't miss coming for the Paramashiva Sena program if you want to really have a guided breakthrough in Nithyananda Yoga. And with that, let us end with a Purna Mantra, offering our gratitude to Swamiji. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Anandam. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam.